Hello, listeners. Welcome to another episode of our podcast where we talk about the ins and outs of the private equity market. Today, we will be delving into the topic of tracking the performance of private equity investments over time. Private equity investments are known for their long-term nature, and it can be challenging to keep track of their performance over time. However, tracking performance is critical to ensuring that investors are making informed decisions and are getting the returns they deserve. So, how can you track the performance of private equity investments over time? Firstly, it's essential to understand that measuring the performance of private equity investments is not as straightforward as tracking the performance of publicly traded companies. Unlike publicly traded companies, private equity funds do not have a daily stock price or any other readily available metrics that can be used for tracking performance. This is where the internal rate of return, IRR, comes into play. IRR is a metric that tracks the rate at which the investment is growing over time, taking into account both cash inflows and outflows. By calculating the IRR, investors can determine the overall performance of their private equity investments. However, calculating the IRR manually can be a time-consuming process. Thankfully, there are now software tools available that make this process simpler and easier. These software tools allow investors to track the performance of their private equity investments quickly and efficiently, and provide real-time visibility into their returns. Another way to track the performance of private equity investments is through benchmarking. By comparing the performance of your private equity investments against a benchmark, such as the S&P 500 or the FTSE 100, you can get an idea of how your investment is performing relative to the broader market. This can be particularly useful for investors looking to diversify their portfolio and want to ensure that their private equity investments are performing well. However, it's worth noting that benchmarking can only provide a broad indication of performance. It's essential to also consider other factors, such as the investment's industry, the fund's investment strategy, and the stage of the investment cycle, to get a comprehensive understanding of the investment's performance. In conclusion, tracking the performance of private equity investments over time is critical to ensure that investors are making informed decisions and are getting the returns they deserve. While it may not be as straightforward as tracking the performance of publicly traded companies, tools like IRR calculation software and benchmarking can provide investors with real-time visibility into their returns. That's it for today's podcast. We hope you found this episode informative and helpful. Stay tuned for more episodes where we delve deeper into the world of private equity. Thank you for listening.